What's up, guys? Dad Dash here, coming to you with a little video here. I want to do an update on a couple things for you there. Number one, I wanted to show you this here. Just got this. This is a new addition to the family. Very excited. And yes, you're looking at the S23 Ultra. Went ahead and picked one up. Decided to pick one up to review it. Not sure if I'm going to keep it or trade in the S22, but I'm going to be reviewing this over the next few days, give you my thoughts, perspective. So far, I'm very impressed. This has definitely got to be one of the best additions of a Samsung device I've ever used as far as smoothness and the way it works. So I'm very excited to get it out there, get it working, and see if I notice a discernible difference between how it works with all my apps and everything that I use, my workflow. Look forward to that. Also, guys, I'll be doing additional reviews. I haven't done a review yet, but I'm going to be doing a review introspective on what I think is the best foldable device for any gig worker out there. If you can afford it, the Z Fold 4 is outstanding. I've been using it now for a month as my main daily driver. It's amazing. I'm keeping it. It's great. And it will probably end up being my daily driver for a while. And it's perfect for multi-apping, perfect for multi-app usage, perfect for managing the business end, perfect for doing your spreadsheets, whatever. It's the perfect all-in-one device. Checks off so many boxes, and is it's now a very, very reliable device. And like I said, I look forward to getting a review out on that. Next topic I want to talk about, guys, is this. I'm hearing a lot of, a lot of chatter out there right now among some of the big YouTubers and just in YouTube in general. And the chatter really is around, again, it's still being lost on so many people, where they talk like they're an employee. I mean, they really do. They talk like DoorDash is an employer, or these apps are an employer, Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub. And guys, I want to set the record straight. I want to get this across once and for all. And again, I don't have much footprint, but I'm telling you right now that until we as a community recognize what these apps are to us, we will continue to have drivers exploit it. We will continue to have oversaturation occur because people will not understand what they're getting into. And the faster we can have people understand what they are, what they're getting into, and what this is, the faster we will see people make their decision of whether or not this is for them or not, and step away and figure out something else to do. What do I mean? If this is your first time watching this video, what I mean is this. DoorDash is not, will not ever be, and cannot ever be an employer. They are not your employer. They are a service provider to us for our business. And our business happens to be delivery. Delivery of, you name it, food, packages, luxury grocery delivery service where we go and pick out the groceries for the customers, interact with the customers, and then deliver them to their doorsteps. Now we're into parcel delivery. I mean, you name it, whatever it is that can be delivered, whatever we're willing to deliver, that's what we're doing. And any app you work for, whether it's DoorDash, Grubhub, all they are doing is they are providing you with the opportunity to work. They're making an offer to you, and they sell you a service. They don't make a dime unless you fulfill the contract that they offer you. Their goal, the algorithm's goal, their only goal is while you're on their network, while you're there, is they're trying to get you to work and deliver and accept the jobs. Their algorithm's only goal is to figure out what your rate needs to be to get you to accept jobs. Whether you're tipped or not, they don't care. They don't make money off tips. They really don't care. They only care about one thing, that is fulfilling the contract, because once the contract's fulfilled, they get to collect on all of the fees that are going to be paid for the fulfillment of that contract. It's that simple. If you get tipped, great. If you don't, that's fine, whatever it is. They're just wanting to make sure they're going to note it. Their algorithm's going to note what they completed the delivery at, and then they're going to try to replicate that and continue to hone in on what it is that they need to offer you to get you to work. So if you're willing to take $3 orders, you're going to see a lot of $3 orders. If you're willing, if you have a higher standard than that, it will learn it, Doesn't mean that you won't see $3 orders come through, because they're going to continue to test you. They're going to continue to try to test out certain situational things. They're going to say, hey, after this, we've had a lull in business, or they might withhold business from you for a period of time, and then they come back and they say, let's see if we'll take the $3 order now or now. I mean, you're going to have to train the algorithm to learn. You eventually, it'll learn that, you know what, you're not doing $3 orders under any circumstances. You're not doing $4 orders under any circumstances. You're not doing $5 orders under any circumstances. But if they know you're available to work, they're going to want to figure out what the order price is that they can give you, what the mileage is that they can give you, what you're willing to hit accept for, and then they put you to work. When you're not working, they're not making money. You're not making money. Their goal is to find out the rate of pay they need to pay you to make money. And they will do that through a multitude of ways, whether it's finding higher tipped orders. And for them, the higher the tip, the less base pay has to go out, the more money they make. So if you're someone who is vying for higher tip orders, they will go ahead and give them to you all day long once you have trained the algorithm to realize that. Because they're going to be you're going to have a value associated with your account, and that value will be met either by them paying more base pay or them finding you orders that are at that rate. And if you're available to work, they're going to put you to work. Bottom line, the more opportunities you provide yourself, the more apps you have going in the background, the more offers you're receiving, the better opportunity you're going to have to reach your value, and the better opportunity you're going to have to get through the process of training the algorithm to learn what your value statement is, which it will. And eventually you're running into the problem where I've had days where I'm seeing multiple orders coming from multiple apps, all meeting my value statement, and the only thing I'm trying to do is figure out, is there a way I could take all of them? Is there a way I can take 2 of them? Or am I only going to be able to take 1 of them? And that's the beauty of what you can get to when you take the time, but you're only going to be able to do that. You're only going to be able to maximize your potential by having multiple apps and working multiple apps, regardless of what anyone tells you, regardless of what any of these people tell you out here. If you're working one app, you're doing it wrong, bottom line. And the reason why you're doing it wrong is because they are not an employer. They are a service provider. And if you're accepting every single order that this service provider is providing you, and you're not demanding from them a certain value for your relationship, just like the terms of service says to do, their own terms of service says you negotiate with us through the accept or decline button. If you're not negotiating actively, then you're going to be eventually at some point losing out on value that you could be getting. And their idea is, the disadvantage, the way you get really exploited is if you're only using them, right? They're gonna put you through hell, and if you're accepting every order, if you believe that somehow you're going to get something better out of them, because that's not going to happen. Because all they're going to do is the algorithm is designed for one thing, to make them money and to get orders delivered. It's that simple. It's not there to be your friend. It's not there to win you competitions. It's there to simply say, they're in their happy place world. They'd have people accepting almost every single order, and they know they have drivers that are out there that will take an order at any given moment, at any given time, because people are believing they're going to get something better by doing it. And that's not the case, because that's not how this process works. And it just isn't. We are businesses who are available to provide services to customers. These apps simply provide the ability for us to work with those customers. And then it provides the middle place that allows all that to happen. They collect the money. They pay us, they provide us with support, they provide the customer with support, and they provide us with the software in order to get the work done through the app that they provide us on our phones. It's that simple, guys. They're not employing us in any way, shape, or form. Everything about the relationship screams that, from the fact that you get deactivated, not fired. You get deactivated, meaning you're no longer eligible to receive offers because they're saying that you're outside of their terms of service, that you're not meeting them any longer. To the fact that you're offering you a contract, to the fact that when you get done with that contract, you're done now. You're just working for yourself at that moment. And it's your job every day. And once you realize this, it's your job to go out and generate revenue for your business. And it's in your best interest to use your time and trade your time on behalf of your business for the most valuable amount of money you can. Hence why order value is the only way you can work this. You work it across all platforms, anything you're willing to do. Your goal is to get your order volume up as high as possible. And the bottom line is acceptance rate is nothing more than a metric to judge these apps by. It's not meant to judge you. It shouldn't be. It's not, and it can't be used against you, because it's really a reflection of how good is your relationship with that app and how good is that app meeting your needs. And normally, if you're giving the apps honest to God feedback and you've got reasonable standards that are reasonable for your area and that are in line with market conditions, then you should end up at some point starting to see that acceptance rate rise, because the app and the algorithm will start to become more synchronized with your needs and not anybody else's, but your needs, and you should start to see it rise. Now, should you see 100%? Absolutely not, but you start to see it rise, and that's a good sign. That's a good sign that things are starting to link up, that the app is learning what you need, that you're clearly communicating what you need to the app, and eventually it puts it in synchronicity. You've got synchrony. It's basically coming together, and you guys are operating together. And the closer you get, the higher your acceptance rate goes. When you start getting far apart, or the app for some reason resets, you're going to see your acceptance rate lower, and that's a sign that you need to continue communicating more with the app. Continue hitting that decline button, but also make sure that when you're declining, when you're making those decisions to not work, that you're making sure that those are decisions that are market-based and in line with the reality of your market. And if you continue to have a low acceptance rate, then that is a very strong sign that you're not making money, and you're not finding orders, and there's not orders being matched up to you. That could be a very good sign that your market is not going to meet the needs that you need for your business. Now, if there's other apps that you can sign up, other apps you can bring in the fold, that may be the answer. If there isn't, and if in your market is a very small market, and you have no other apps, well, then that's a sign that says, hey, I'm out of business. I don't have the ability to create revenue for my business. I've got to go somewhere else, go do something else, go work somewhere else. And again, that's not failure. That's just responding to the situation, responding to your market, and responding to whether or not there's a need for what you're doing in your market at that given time. But that's what it is, guys. We are ultra small businesses. That's all we are. Once we get this conversation right, we can start talking with other dashers out there, other delivery drivers out there, start helping people to make that assessment of whether or not this is for them, whether their market can support them, and we can start moving around and getting to people that say, hey, you know what, not for me, don't like it, don't like this stress, don't like the uncertainty. Great. Go find a job that will give you the certainty, be less stressful. And there are those of us that are wanting to do this, wanting to take on that, enjoy being in that uncertainty, but knowing that, but having that confidence that you're going to find a way to do it. Those are the ones that belong here. That's the 1 to 3% that are going to be here and can be here and can make money in this space. And that's what we've got to continue to do as a community, to help everybody understand that, figure out their place, figure out where they belong. If we do that, guys, we can make a difference. And I think by the end of 2023, into the middle of 2024, we should start to see saturation decline, and we'll start to see those that are doing the right things will start rising to the top and continue to rise, and we'll continue to make stable money. And I think that's where we'll be at. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully the message hit you. Hopefully you're part of the 1 to 3%. If you're not part of the 1 to 3%, I'm talking to you too, man. You're here, come learn. Let's, I'll help you out. Anyone on here that's in the comments can help you out that you need help with. And if you want to be part of it, you can still be part of it. You can learn it, man. You can figure it out. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to send you. I'm going to get you the equipment you need, software you need, mindset you need. Success can be there if it's something you want, right? But we got to start having the right conversations. We got to stay out of the goofiness, and we got to have a business mindset. Go out to work every single day, put in the time, understand what it's going to take, and I can get into that with you guys. I have 3 years of data that I can dive into and tell you about my market, and what it needs, and you'll be shocked by some of the numbers. I mean, and it's not easy, but it's also not hard either. Like I said, this is the simplest, hardest job I've ever done, in terms of the work that I'm doing when I'm working. But it's also comes with its rewards, and I enjoy the freedoms that come along with it as well. So guys, again, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video, and as always, I'll talk to you soon.